Hello and welcome. Today we are going to take a look at one of the SUQQU holiday sets. So I have already featured the blue set, the Rikka set, on my channel, so I'll leave that linked down below. We'll also swatch both sets together today. And the Rikka I had received in PR. This one I purchased. This is the eyeshadow palette 132. And this one is featuring purples. So let's start off with some swatches. And I'm just going to go ahead and we'll do some arm swatches of these first, and then we will move into some eye swatches and demos. You can see that the first shade is going to be a pale lavender sparkly topper, and then we have a soft gray. There is a hint of brown in this gray, and it's all of the shades in this palette, by the way, are going to be shimmery. So there is sparkle in all of them. We have a nice antique gold with a touch of copper in it. You can see this is going to be a metallic shimmer. And then our last shade here is a purple. And you can see that this is going to be a deeper purple, kind of like a true grape purple. Think of like grape bubble gum. And there's, again, shimmer in there. I just want to swatch this one more time just so you can see. So you can see that there is no black or gray base to the purple. It's really a true deep purple, kind of like a grape, the touch of eggplant. And again, we do have some shimmer in there. The shimmer is going to be mostly of the pink variety. So this is going to be a little bit more of a pink base purple just because of the way the shimmer reflects in there. Overall, I think it's a gorgeous palette. Now, the set also comes with an eyeliner. This is the Nuance eyeliner in 111, and it's purple on the outside, but you can see it's really going to be more of a gray with a tinge of purple. So yeah, it's a really dusty violet. And then we also have a cream blush. So the cream blushes are a new product that are only available in these sets. All of these items are limited edition and available only as the set. So this is going to be shade 102. And you can see that this is going to be a peachy shade. And the texture of this is going to be more like it's almost more like a moisturizer blush. So it feels more like skincare and it kind of sinks into your skin a little bit. So this is going to be our shade. Let's try to blend this out just a little bit more so you can see how light you can get that. So this is the holiday set. Let's take a look at the eye swatches and demo while we talk a little bit about these. The SUQQU holiday kits have already been released at Selfridges, Harrods, and Liberty, and they will be available at Cult Beauty on December 11th. They're limited edition and they retail for 72 euros. So the price in US dollars will vary depending on the site and what kinds of fees and duties they may or may not include in that price. So both of the sets have been inspired by a snow-covered world. So we're looking at a snowy world, silver shining snow, snow-capped mountains, snow-dusted flowers, icicles, and so forth. And that is directly from SUQQU. Now, according to SUQQU, it says winter in Japan is expressed by the color silver in its beautiful and fantastical scenery. Silver shines from many angles and is both gorgeous and silent, complementing the other colors of winter. SUQQU's holiday season 2023 features 2 makeup kits inspired by a snowy world. We are looking at the eyeshadow palette in 132, which features star gold and diamond silver, and it is supposed to be inspired by the image of diamond dust sparkling fantastically in the crystal clear air. The purple shades give a fantastic feel, while luminous gold and modern silver create glamorous brilliance. We also have the Nuance eyeliner in 111. Now, every item in this set is limited edition. In general, with SUQQU, anytime you see a number over 100, it is going to be a limited edition item. So this eyeliner 111 is called Smoky Mauve, and it is described as a mauve color with subdued intensity and a hint of blue. Its subtlety gives the eyes an in vogue feminine look. We also have the Dewy Liquid Blush in 102. And again, this is a formula that I have not seen available aside from these sets. So this is described as being reflective orange with warmth, like sunlight reflecting off snow. This shade works particularly well with more vibrant colored makeup and adds sophistication. Like all SUQQU products, all of these items are made in Japan. The eyeshadow palette has 6.2 grams of product, which is the same as their regular palettes. We have a 1-year shelf life on the eyeshadow as well as the blush. The blush has 10 grams of product. The eyeliner is 0.35 milliliters, which is standard, and we have a felt tip applicator that I find to be really easy to use. I think their eyeliners they're one of my favorite. We do have a 6-month shelf life on the eyeliner, which is standard for liquid products near the eyes. So as we are looking at all of these, I have to say, I think this is a gorgeous palette. The topper shade, that lavender topper, is gorgeous. I think honestly that shade can be used all year. You know, it really evokes not only winter but also spring. And I love this gray shade that they have in here, how sparkly it is, how there's still a touch of brown. I think it's such a fantastic one and done shade. The gold is definitely going to be very warm. We've got some coppery orange hints in there, and it's the most pigmented of the 4 shades in here with one swipe, because you really have more of a metallic base with this. And the deep purple, that can be buildable. You can definitely shear that out and have a lighter purple. And I would say, you know, purple, it can actually be cool or warm depending on how much red or blue you have in here. I would say this one is pretty neutral. It's pretty balanced between blue and red in there, but it leans a little bit more to the red side. So, you know, really beautiful palette. We have a mix of cool and warm tones in here. And yeah, I think it's gorgeous. The actual eyeliner, the liquid eyeliner, when that dries, you get a little bit more of a bluish purple hint in that gray. You know how when you're looking at gray paint and so forth, it can either lean more gray, more blue, or more brown and be a bit warmer. This definitely looks gray that's leaning to a more purpley blue color. So really beautiful shade. And it is going to be lighter in color than the purple. So if you're putting the purple all over your lid like you did, like I did with my look today, you can see that it's not going to be as vibrant. If you want that eyeliner to stand out, definitely I would recommend having another shade as your primary lid shade. The blush itself, I think, is a nice formula. It feels more like a moisturizer. It kind of sinks into your skin. You can really shear that out to get a light wash of color. You can build it up to be a bit more. It's definitely going to be a warm peachy orange. It's kind of like a subdued pumpkin. And I think it's a beautiful shade, but I would have loved to have seen a cooler tone, not necessarily a cool tone blush, but cooler than this, paired with this particular palette. Perhaps, you know, even if it was peachy, maybe just a touch more coral in it instead. So that's just my personal preference based on my coloring, but I do think it's a gorgeous set. Overall, with SUQQU holiday sets, I think they did a great job on these holiday sets, but I personally wish the items were available to purchase individually, or where you could create your own set even, so I would, you know, potentially be able to pair the other blush with this palette. Let's go ahead and take a look at swatches of the other collection. So the 131 palette is going to be our blue palette. And when I first saw these two, I thought for sure the purple would be my favorite. And I have to say, I really do like both of them, but honestly, I think I prefer the blue palette, the 131, which kind of surprises me. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put the swatches for 131 right next to it so you can kind of see. We have kind of this soft pink. It's more pigmented than the topper in the 132. And you can see that this is going to be more silver than a true gray. It's also going to be cooler in tone. We don't really have that hint of brown that we have in the gray in the 132 palette. Then we have kind of this beautiful, like, soft brown, almost taupe shade there, and a brighter blue. And I absolutely love these shades. Overall, if you had to classify each palette as cool versus warm, this blue one, 131, is going to be the cooler palette, whereas this one will be the warmer palette. However, we do have kind of a mix of tones in there. So this is our Nuance eyeliner and eyeliner in 111, but the one in the Rikka kit, this is number 110. And this one is going to be kind of more of a blue gray. So this is really more of a soft slate blue. You can see how they compare, but both of the eyeliners definitely lean gray. So they're both going to be a bit gray. And then our blush, this is shade 101 in the Rikka set. Let's put that right here. You can see this is going to be more of a soft pink, but it's still not an overly cool pink. You can see here that it's going to be a soft ballet pink. There's a little bit of warmth to this pink, but it is still definitely going to be cooler than the 102. So those are the swatches. We've got the 132 palette here, and then the 131 set here. Let me know which one's your favorite. I would love to know. I think overall these are great sets. Let me know if you've tried either of them or if you're planning on picking them up from Cult Beauty. And please share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope this was helpful.